In the first episode, we did all the steps necessary to unlock the herblore, runecrafting, construction, and slayer skills for the accounts, and from this moment onwards, we are the last human. I also mentioned last week that we were slowly working our way towards Wintertodt, but there's just one problem. I can't get there. In fact, the entire continent of Kourend is currently inaccessible because I can't simply grab a boat right across. No, instead, we need teleportation. One in particular, the games necklace. Typically this wouldn't prove too great of a task, just 22 crafting for a sapphire necklace and 7 magic for the enchant. What's the big deal? Well, firstly, 7 magic is actually quite a difficult requirement on this account because I have nowhere to buy runes. It just so happens that the main shop where I can purchase runes is actually on Kourend, so I'm going to have to craft my own air runes and pick up a stack of mine runes to begin our magic training. It's not too troublesome, but it's just a few extra steps. The real issue we face is acquiring a necklace mold. All the usual shops are off the table and barbarians are no longer around to drop them for us. We could thieve from crafting stalls, but 2 of the 3 locations are locked behind incompletable quests, and the other location is Keldgrim, an area that I will eventually be able to enter, but requires the completion of the giant dwarf quest, which has a level 33 magic requirement. And when I just mentioned that getting level 7 magic is going to be a headache, level 33 is just going to be in a whole other league. That's a whole heap of mind runes that I'd have to pick up from the spawn in Lumbridge. There is a necklace mold spawn, but that's in the crafting guild. 40 crafting is another goal that is a million miles away, and at the same time I'd even need to get 35 construction to create a tool store 3, which would give me access to a brown apron just to get into the place. So if I can't get a mold, we're going to have to get the necklace itself somehow. And that's why we begin this week's episode fishing shrimp in Al-Kharid. So how could shrimp possibly be the answer? Well, we're going to be attempting to get our sapphire necklace via Temporos caskets. It's only a 1 in 25 from the caskets themselves, but to get a casket on its own is already a 1 in 20 from the rewards pool, so who knows how long this grind is going to take. I'm pretty certain this is going to be the easiest way to get the sapphire necklace, so let's start bashing out some fishing. Here we go, the elusive big fishing net. Told you Valamor was going to be helpful. And with our newly acquired 16 fishing, we can actually use the fishing trawler minigame teleport, which puts me back on the right side of the map. Just got to 32 fishing, which is also total level of 250. Not too shabby. Alright, we actually got there, 35 fishing, so now we can make our way to Temporos and start working on that sapphire necklace. And yes, I can never use the gate, so I always have to run north and then back down south up across here every single time. So a bit of a trek, but going to be oh so worth it. And we're going to camp here for a bit. Fortunately, there's just a boat ferry option to make our way to Temporos. And this place really has everything that we need. There's a bank chest right here. That's the place that we can net the pool. And we literally just have to climb the rope ladder to begin a game. So this is our haul from our little mini big fishing net grind. We got some extra fish, which is always fine. Also started doing the soda ash as well. On the seaweed that I just happened to get from the big net fishing. So randomly got a handful of soda ash, which is actually pretty good because we can't use charter ships to get those for our glass blowing. We may be at Temporos for just one reason, the sapphire necklace, but there's actually a ton of rewards that could help our account tremendously. Of course, any uniques would be insane, but the caskets also have a ton of potential here. There's all sorts of rune equipment that we could use for more cash, or could be our best in slot once we reach 40 defense. There's all sorts of other jewelry options. Once we get that sapphire necklace and we have access to magic shops, we should have no problem gaining future magic levels for all the other enchants, so looking at things like emerald rings would be massive for eventual rings of dueling. There are uncut gems, which are great for crafting experience, something that's actually rather tricky on this account to train on because we don't have access to those charter ships. It's a great chance for some raw GP, which we're really short on right now. The pool can also spit out planks for construction, oak planks for our tool stores later down the line, and seaweed for crafting. All in all, this boss is a no-brainer. Let's dive in. I think it's all really about just using the double fish spawns. There's plenty of guides on how to solo Temporos. It's actually pretty simple, to be honest with you. So yeah, we can grind out Temporos pretty happily with no NPC interaction, which is great. I thought there was going to be an issue with needing to use one of the NPCs for actually exiting the game. Oops, I need to tether here. But we can just wait after the game, and the boat does take you back. So yeah, perfect. There's no issues here with the rules. Getting a few easy combat diary tasks done as well as we're finishing off this big boy. Not too bad. And you don't need to talk to the NPC to leave. You do just have to wait a little while longer, which is fine because I'm already trying to get my energy back anyway, so that's completely fine. Oh my god, we just got it. I have not done many caskets at all. Oh, this is great. Sapphire necklace acquired. We are out of here. Got a handful of additional planks, which is fine. We didn't get any oak planks, but that's completely okay because getting those early sapphires is absolutely insane. Now I just need to get 7 magic. Yeah, I'm only 42 fishing, 41 cooking. Like, I did a few games, but I even failed some because I was AFKing basically. So that was super great and not too much of a grind at all. We can get straight to Wintertodt now. Actually, one thing I'm quickly going to do is get 30 agility because I think we do use quite a bit of energy when we're running around doing the solo method of winter. So I think getting to 30, maybe even just higher agility, the better, honestly. I'll think about how far I want to go with this. We got to 30 and I figured it's just worth going to Varrock now. May as well just get more of these levels. It's never going to be a bad thing just to get more. So yeah, we're going to smash up to at least 40 and I'll think about Canifis after that. Alright, we got to 40 agility and I'm just going to wander over to Canifis. I have a handful of cakes. Still, I basically took no damage at Varrock, more or less, so didn't really have to munch much, so I'm just going to use the cakes that I have. I don't think I can bank at Canifis. I'm not sure what type of bankers they are. I think they're just standard ones, though, so I'll just use the cakes that I have, see how far I get with my agility, because I know we fall off a lot more in this course, but ideally I can just get a few extra levels. Alright, we made it to 52 agility. As you can see, I actually can't bank here, but everyone else is a werewolf. So there's actually a couple of handy things in Canifis that I can do. There's someone who can tan hides over here, and that's actually going to be really helpful for crafting. And there are actually a couple shops that aren't completely useless. And of course, it can give us our early game Slayer just up here. So yeah, I think this is going to be a really important city for us, actually. And we did get our agility up to a point where I can do the wilderness agility course. And I think that could be a good way for me to get early armor access, actually. So I might be trying that at a later date. But for now, I'm going to home teleport. I'm going to start picking up some mind runes because I want to get to 7 magic for that all-important enchant. Okay, 118 mind runes picked up and a couple of accidental rats slain. Let's run over to Falador and do some... Actually, wait, I need to go to my bank somehow. Yeah, I probably have to go to PvP Arena to that bank chest so I can get the air talisman. And I guess if I'm going there, I just take some runes out as well. And I can begin crafting some air runes. And then I can use some wind strikes and get this level. Right, we made it to the air altar. Let's craft some runes, and straight away, level 2. You'll love to see it. This is mostly about getting the air runes, though. Got to think about where my closest bank chest is, actually. I'll get back to you in a sec. Alright, I'm a genius. We can go to this bronze pickaxe spawn, then we can go to Motherlode Mine for that bank chest down there, so it shouldn't be too bad of a run to go back and forth. Right, perfect. This isn't too bad at all. Oh, I could have just equipped this and got an extra invent. I can't be bothered. And there it is, level 7 magic on these cows, so I can now do the level 1 enchants. Just need to find a cosmic rune, got to do the spawn for that, and I have a water in the bank, so that's all good. I'm going to go back to Falador now. I want to do some more mining, actually, so that I can get my levels up for nails, because I think that's also part of the construction grind, which is the next thing on the list that can get us one step closer to Wintertodt. Alright, got a decent chunk of coal and a couple gold, because we just got to 42 mining, I think. I'm really hoping that this is enough copper and tin to get us started so I can start doing iron. I can go to the Tazar Fight Pit teleports and use Moral Wreck for, I believe, the closest place for me to smelt bars and then run to a usable bank for myself. And then we can, once again, minigame teleports to an anvil over a fishing trawler. So it's a real easy run from the bank chest down here. We just have to run to the south. And right here, there's a lava forge that we can use. Awesome. Bronze bars, please. On the go. So yeah, just do a quick group telly to fishing trawler, and I can use the anvil right here, and the bank chest is right there. So it's really not too bad of a run. I think this is actually the closest anvil for me, pretty much for the entirety of this account. So yeah, seems like a pretty easy thing to do, and then we'll just repeat the process with iron and then possibly steel as well. I think those are the best nails I could be using. So we're a bit shy of 15, but luckily this is where we were mining our tin and copper anyway, and you can see I've got the 10-minute cooldown on the minigame teleport anyway that gets me back to the Tazar area, so I'm just going to mine a few trips of these, then get ourselves up to that sweet 15 smithing, and then I can move on to iron bars. 15 is actually a pretty big level for us because it actually unlocks another quest for us. There really aren't many quests we can do on this account, but Sleeping Giants is one that we can do, and that could actually be massive for our smithing in the long run, so going to be another good quest to knock out as well. Not sure if I'm going to do it immediately, or if I'm even going to do it before Wintertodt, but it's on the list. Oh, sweet, a random that I can do. Hello, Damien, you demon. Yes, sir. Get me some Fashionscape. Let's do it. Let's see, we've got... Oh, nice. The top. Okay. What a beast. I'm not even wearing any gloves. Look at this. My hands must be absolute cinders. I think I should have enough bronze nails, so I'm actually going to make some iron knives so that when we want to start training our range, we can. Okay, we have a decent chunk of nails, and we have a few iron knives in here as well. I think the next thing I'm going to do is actually just go back to woodcutting for a little bit. I need to get my fletching up a little bit more, and obviously I still need those prereqs for Wintertodt, so I'm going to do those. Then we're going to get into our construction, and I've been saying it for a long time, but we're finally going to be going to Wintertodt very soon. Alright, 15 fletching, so now I can head over to these oaks. That's perfect. It's going to be a bit faster XP now, because it's terrible to begin with. Nice, we hit 20 fletching. I think that's a good place to leave things, so we can move on to firemaking now. Should be a lot faster. 35 woodcutting, and just got a beginner nest, so now I have a medium and a beginner. I think the beginner is much more likely for me to be able to complete. Yeah, that seems good to me, so I'll just hold that for now. Pretty awesome. And now I can also woodcut teaks, so that's cool. I need to let my firemaking catch up to 35 as well, but that shouldn't be too far behind. Alright, we made it to 35 firemaking, so just going to finish this batch, then we're going to move on to teaks. I actually realised that the medium clue is just at the watchtower, so I can run over there, try and complete the first step and see what's the second step. Alright, let's search the crate and see our next one. Gnome Ball Ref, yeah, that's actually good. We can do that, awesome. I'm actually not that far away. Let's go north and try and do it. Alright, Gnome Ref, what you got for me, bro? Ooh, 21 fletching as I just wander on over. Let me get in. Yes, yes. Read that. If I had to guess, it's that. Alright, Moment of Truth. Father Eric. No, we are dropping it. Shame. Alright, we are going to group telly to Castle Wars, and then we are going to do our teaks there, and get to 50 firemaking, and whatever woodcutting we can. What the heck? Look at the chat box. I just got a nest, then a log, then a nest. That's busted. It's a medium clue. I'll save the invent space and check it later, though. Latest updates, 38 firemaking, 41 woodcutting, still a long way to go. Alright, there we have it, 50 firemaking. We can now do maples and mahoganies, but more importantly, we can go ahead and go to Wintertodt now. But if you thought that's the very next thing on the list, you'd be sorely mistaken. We still have to do our construction, and we need to grab a cosmic so I can make the game's necklace in the first place. We're going to home telly and make our way over to Rimington, I think. Oh, and we did have some nests collected. Let's see what our seeds are. Acorn, willow. Yeah, these are really nice. Spirit seed as well. That's awesome. Let's see where this is. It's Hazelmere's house. I think I can do all medium spade clues, so... That's going to be fine. Yeah, I'm actually going to go to the bank chest over in Al-Kharid, so I'll be back in a bit. So I did just visit Temporos again, because I was thinking about these oak planks that I need for the tool stores. So we just got a couple extra levels, and actually did hit the oak planks from the rewards pool, so that's absolutely perfect. Now I can do construction knowing that post-winter we immediately can start doing our tool stores. So I've put off pretty much everything else. Now we have to gear up to start using some of these planks. We have long walks between Rimington and getting back to, I believe, Motherlode Mine is going to be our best method. So I'm going to pull out the bronze pick. I'm going to be holding that, and we're going to bring out our nails, hammer. I need to find a saw spawn as well. That's the next thing, I suppose. Picking up our humble saw, but first of all, we can get a quick herblore level thanks to this genie. Love to see it. Alright, here we go, going into our house for the first time. And we can begin getting our construction levels with these here chairs. Let's get to work. Crude wooden chair, lovely. Level 7 from the first invent, not too shabby. This actually isn't going to be too many trips, I don't think. He says, please, be gentle. Almost an hour later, as you can see down here, we are at a humble 24 construction now, pretty good level. So the last thing we need to do is get ourselves some cosmic runes. And for that, we are going to go to Ferox, and then we're going to do the trick to get to Edgeville, then take the lever, and there's a cosmic rune spawn in like level 40 something wildy. I'll do a couple of hops to try and get like 2 or 3 because we have a number of sapphires in the bank. So that's going to be the strat, and I definitely need to bank the stuff first because I can't bank in Edgeville. Alright, let's pull the lever, recorder's on. We are risking a good old bronze sword and some cake, and basically we're risking time. That's about it. Take 2, we're going to try and respect the dogs this time. I think that's going to be a better strat, because they can certainly delete me. I don't need to loot the grave. We've got the knife from the Lumbridge spawn, so we're going to still slash this old web over here. And we're going to go left and south, and we still need to go through the gate and run all the way over here. Oh, can I go through that gate? Is that possible? Okay, there's a lot of dangerous enemies around here, but we've got to do what we've got to do. Hopefully I've got enough energy, and we're going to hover over the cakes and hope for the best. Alright, we can tank that pretty happily. Okay, love to see a 1, that's brilliant. Still going to safe up, another 1, okay. Oh, we are smashing this, no problem. We're going to run south now to the temple, I think, as our means of escape. I'll just drop the cakes and drop the knife and get out with the cosmics. Happy days. To the south. It's just that easy. After our cosmic rune heist, we can now do the monumentous achievement of enchanting these necklaces into games necklaces, which is going to unlock an entire continent for us. Oh, look at it. It looks beautiful. The world of possibilities at our shoulders. But of course, the first thing we're going to do is a heck ton of Wintertodt. We've got to get our warm clothing out. We got to get ready to do a whole bunch of solo Todd. Let's do it. Here we are, our new frosty home for a little while. As we know, there's a fantastic bank chest here, and it means we should have no problem doing solo methods of Todd.